Hello all, good afternoon. Hope everyone is well. Welcome back to another Classic Routemaster with me, Horlicks. Yeah, so pleased to be back. I really enjoyed yesterday's stream. And again today I've got two co-hosts, and one is Dave.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Horlicks' channel.
Thank you. And we've also got Adrian. Oh, there we go. So,
hi all.
Hi, Adrian.
Hello. Right. So yeah, thank you for being here again to help me catch up.
You're welcome.
I've got, as you saw yesterday, those that watched my stream yesterday, we managed to get issues 64. No, 65 and 67.
Yeah.
And
67.
Yeah, and 67.
Yeah.
And we've got the body on the chassis now, and we've, as you saw, we've got the rear platform attached, which is great. Since yesterday's stream, I have the mod I did for the light. I've soldered that and wrapped all that up. And so because of that, when we get to it in a later issue, I know there's an extension cable for cable C. I won't need that because I've actually got enough length and I've connected it already. So yeah, but I'll go over that again when we get to that issue, whichever one it is in my big box there. So today we're going to start with issue 68.
Okay.
Just you'll notice I put a question mark because I'm not actually sure how many I'm going to get done. We'll just see how the time goes. So yeah, it's I'll fill that in later after the stream's ended. So yeah, without further ado, I suppose we better crack on.
Yeah. So issue 68 then.
68. Yeah, and I can see Adrian has got the instructions up for us, which is brilliant. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Adrian.
Yeah.
Okay, so issue 68 is the upper deck 1. In this issue, we assemble the parts supplied with issue 65 and 66. Seating for the right-hand side of the upper deck. Instructions for assembling the parts supplied with this issue will appear in issue 69. So, do you want to go through a parts check then, Horlicks?
Yeah, we'll go through that. I'm just adjusting the camera. Just before we do that, we'll quickly go through the comments. So, hello, Stuart Sullivan. How are you? Mark Smods, hello. Steve Graham. Vawayne, hello, and Matthew Borum. Hey, but hello. How long has it been? I know. I don't know if you saw my stream yesterday, but in case you didn't know, last September I lost my partner. He was 33, and I found him deceased at home. So obviously I was going through a lot of stuff at the time, and just having to deal with everything and. I had to move because I couldn't stay at the house and everything. So yeah, it's been quite a few busy few months, but and obviously my mental health suffered a little bit because of that. But I'm back now and ready to roll. So
yeah, and we're happy to have you back as well, Horlicks, because obviously missed you.
Yeah, thank you. There you go. Yeah, I'm still getting used to these buttons on here. But yeah,
right.
Do you know what? I kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and you know, I wanted to do it, but it just didn't have the go to do it. But after yesterday's stream, I've really flown back into it, and I really enjoyed it yesterday. So yeah, really looking forward to getting up to date, because at the moment mine's still a single decker, and most people's are now looking like a double decker. So yeah, it'd be nice to get on. So, yeah, as I did on yesterday's stream, I actually marked this 65, even though it came out of a different pack.
Yeah.
Just so you knew what was what.
Yeah.
So, I will
Okay. So if you want to open her up, and then we'll have a look at the contents. If you want to go full screen, there we go. Okay.
Adjust the camera.
Stuart Sullivan says you're pushing all the wrong buttons.
I know it's changed a bit. I think since I haven't been live that often on my channel. Normally, Penny or someone else deals with it, so I'm still used to all these buttons and what to click and what not to click. So I'm sure I'll get better at it.
And Matthew Barham says I'm doing the Spitfire from the same company.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, I did. It does look really good. I've seen a few clips of World of Wayne and that doing the build, and yeah, it does look good. But I haven't got the room in here really.
Yeah, it looks absolutely excellent. It really does. Right then, we'll go through a parts check if you're ready.
Yeah.
So 68A is left seat frame 1 times 2.
Okay, so they are, as Penny would say, the ones without the knobbly bits.
Yeah.
Which are these two.
Yeah, that's correct. And they're plastic, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Yeah, plastic.
And then 68B, left seat frame 2 times 2.
Okay, and that's these two with the knobbly bits.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And then 68C is the left seat cushion times 4.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4.
And 68D is the left seat backrest times 4.
Okay, 1, 2, 3,
and 4.
And 4.
And 68E is the seat supports times 4.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Absolutely correct. And then we've got JP screws times 27.
Okay.
And then it says in the little red circle, it says, note the difference between parts 68A and 68B. 68B has fixing points for the upright poles at the ends of the alternate seats. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, step 1, if you're ready.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah. So, step 1 then. Fix the right seat backrest 65D to a seat frame 65E. Fix in place with 2 JP screws.
Okay, so as normal with the other seats, we've done some before. You've got the 2 holes which will line up with the posts on the back, and you've got a locating peg, so and a hole that will match up to, just so we know it's gone on the correct way, and then that should just clip on.
Yeah,
which it does.
Yeah,
and then just screw in from the back.
Excellent.
So that's 1 in.
Okay, so Max Mod says that same here, Matthew, I'm doing the Spitfire as well. And Matthew Barham says my local W8 Smith is on lockdown right now. And Graham Prestwood says, what's happened to Paint with Penny?
Okay, so well, Penny's just on a small little break. I don't know. I don't really know I haven't spoken to her actually for a couple of weeks, but I know she had a job well, she was moving jobs, wasn't she? And I
Yeah.
think up in the air for her at the moment. So, but she will be back. She will be back.
Yeah. So step 2 then, Horlicks.
Yeah.
Step 2 is fit the right seat cushion 65C into the seat of the same right seat frame 65A, fix in place with 2 JP screws.
Okay, so same again. Look at locating pin and to post there. The locating pin will fit through the small hole and then screw them in.
Yeah. I wish real bus seats were so easy to put together.
Yeah.
So Stuart Sullivan says, mind the knobbly bits. Believe it or not, they are breakable. Yes, they are. Yes. And Max Mod says it's a shame the seats are not fabric. And that's the seat done.
Yeah.
So and then obviously step 3 is fit a seat support 65E on the underside of the seat frame 65A. Note, the rear leg of the seat support is shorter than the front leg. To ensure that the seat slopes back slightly, fix in place with 2 JP screws. Repeat steps 1 to 3 to make the second seat inset right.
Okay. So yeah, these will only go on one way. You've got a locating peg which is off center there, and the same with the hole on the actual leg itself. So you could, I don't know if you can or not. No, it just won't go on the wrong way. So that's pretty straightforward. And then I'm just going to hold that in and screw that in.
And with 2 JP screws.
And there we go.
Okay, so that's step 3 and 3 completed. So step 4 then. You've actually got to make up some more seats, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm just doing the second one now.
Yeah, so you've got 1 to 3 to sort out. So we'll leave you building with them for a minute. And yeah, Max Mods, it's a shame that the seats are not fabric. Yeah, it is a shame that the seats aren't fabric. I don't know that you could actually get fabric that small to actually cover the seats. They are plastic. But what's more annoying for us builders that's already done it is the 2 screws in the back of the seat that you can actually see poking out the back of the seat there. They just don't look right, really, in the back of the seats there. So 1 or 2 of us in the Routmaster group have been modifying the backs of the seats, and then we've been putting Babylon on or filling the holes in and super gluing the seats on and spraying the backs of the seats and things like that. Me and Christine, we've left ours unmodified because obviously we've got enough to do on the bodies themselves. Matthew Borum says, how are you coping with this virus? 6 more months of isolation. Well, we haven't actually physically aired that yet. We've only aired 3 months of isolation, really. So 6 months is not being told to us yet. I think it's June up to now that we're isolated to at the moment, but that could obviously alter. So you're whizzing through these seats, Horlicks?
Yes, I've gone to step 4. So obviously 4, 5, and 6 is the same for the other seats. So I'm just moving
Yeah, step 4, 5, and 6 is identical to 1, 2, and 3, really. In fact, it says in the instructions that repeat steps 1 to 6 assembly parts supplied with issue 66. And how's Adrian this week?
I'm fine, thank you. At the moment,
You're okay, are you?
yes,
Jolly good. And the weather?
it's not too bad down here.
Okay. It's really cold actually up here. I've only spent an hour in the garden today, and it was just so cold for me. So I don't mind though. I came in and made a fire because Christine was cold, so I said, well, we'll make a fire and see what we can do from there. I think you've done this before, Horlicks.
Might have done.
You might have done.
Yeah. Nearly there.
Stuart Sullivan. So, Dave, are the Routmaster seats complex to fit on the real bus? The seat pads generally click into place. They're not too bad at all. But the seat backs are all screwed in right the way around. And the seat frames, they will be bolted together. So, yeah. Wow. So that's them done already. Fantastic, Alex.
Okay, so that was a very quick issue 68 for me.
Yeah.
The good news is I've also actually behind the scenes, I've already done 69, which is again to make another load of seats.
Wow.
And there's no point in me showing you how to screw seats together because we've just done them and it's the same for all of these. So I'll carefully put them in a bag.
Yeah.
To move on straight to issue 70. So 69 is basically the same issue, except with the other packs of seats that we had.
Exactly, yeah. Oh, that's brilliant, Alex. Thank you ever so much for doing that, because obviously there's little point in us sat here for an hour and a half screwing seats together.
No, that's it. That's it.
So right.
That leaves us to move on to issue 70.
Yeah, issue 70. So with issue 70, then it's the rear seats for the upper deck. Continuing with the seating for the upper deck, the rear two left-hand seats are supplied with this issue. The back seat is fitted to panels that will be positioned above the stairs. And when you're ready, we'll go for a parts check.
Okay, I'm just turning that down a little bit. So, where's my knife gone?
That's mods. That's a lot of seats. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got to get my brain in gear. Is it 36 seats upstairs? I can't remember now.
Oh, I've lost count. It says on it, doesn't it?
So 2 lots of 18 down each side, so that's 36, is it?
Okay.
Okay, so the parts are as follows. Are you still there, Alex?
Yeah, I'm here.
Jolly good. Okay. Right. So the parts are rear seat back panel 70A.
Ah, okay. Hang on.
Oh,
I've just had a message. We seem to have a special guest appear. So just pause there for a moment. Let's see if I can work
okay.
it.
Hello. Hello. Oh, where's she gone?
How do
Hello.
you work this? I can't work it out. There you go.
There you go. No sound, Penny. No sound.
There you go.
Try sound again. No sound.
Nope, no sound.
Have you still got sound, Horlicks?
Yeah, I think so. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear you. Yes.
No. No sound.
Nope, no sound.
Nothing. No. I'm not good at lip reading. Sign language, yeah.
Go out for a moment and come back in again.
Yeah.
Until
yeah.
that sorts the problem out.
Go out and come back in. Go out and come back in. Yeah. So you'll have to watch for coming back in now, Lex.
Okay.
It could be just something like that. So, wow, that's a surprise. Lovely.
There we go.
Yes, that was a nice surprise.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Oh, are you hearing me?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
you know
I
what
hear
happened?
Oh, well, welcome, Penny. Nice to see you.
How are you? Do you want my new t-shirt? Hang on, hang on.
It's
Johnny. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
How have
so
you-
yeah, I'm really glad to see you streaming, Horlicks.
Oh, do you know what? Have you seen? I don't know if you've seen my box down here. It's just absolutely crammed full of Routmaster.
You will see the back of my car is absolutely rammed full of Routmasters
So I
and
was like,
Harley Davidson and no Spitfire.
so yeah, I thought I'd catch up, and yeah, I really enjoyed. I was dreading yesterday's stream because I had to attach the body on and everything, but actually it went really well. So
I think when you've seen it done or you've done it yourself, it's not so bad.
no,
Because when I did it, I think I was the first one that I'd seen do it, and I really didn't know every single little bit to look out for. And then I snapped that little tiny bit. It didn't make a difference. And then when I helped Chris do it, because he knew it was there, we kept an eye on it, and his didn't snap. And obviously, you've seen someone do it, so you really watched out for that bit. And I think the first one is going to make the mistakes, and everyone else can learn from it.
yeah, definitely. And I'd say Dave helped me with Dave and Adrian helped me with the advice of taking the back wall off, which made a massive difference as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it went really well.
Yeah, good. So your bus is starting to look like a proper bus now, is it?
Well, it hasn't really changed too much yet, but yeah, I think in the coming issues it certainly will. I was just getting a bit jealous because mine's still a single decker at the moment, and all the other ones I've seen on the group are all double deckers, and I'm like,
Well, I'm looking at all the progress bills, and mine hasn't changed since I last streamed, and I want to get on with it, but I can't. So, and obviously with this this Corona thing, it's making things a little bit worse.
yeah.
So yeah, never mind.
Well,
So-
because you're still working, aren't you? Because
Yeah.
you're a bus driver.
Yeah,
so-
what I'm having to do is bang the hours in as well. I've had my hours cut because we've gone over to Saturday service, and the duties tend to be shorter. So rather than doing like a 50, 60-hour week, I'm down to about 40. I mean, I've got to be honest with you, in hindsight, coming out of Newport was the best thing I've done, because not only just after I left, they had a pay deal which would actually have seen me, because they cut the overtime rate, it would actually have seen me drop my wages. And then because they've now gone over to Sunday service, there's only about 10 people working at Newport, and I probably would have been one of the ones not working. So I would have been on like 80% of not an awful lot of money. So, but at the moment I'm working, I'm doing about 40 hours at nearly twice what I was on before. And all I'm doing, I mean, I know they've got this ruling about evictions are going to be unlawful, but if you don't pay your rent, you're going to have that rent to sort out. So I've just banged as much money as I can into paying my rent. And so far I'm all right. I'm about 5-6 weeks ahead. So I figure if I do get ill, I'll be off for about 2 or 3 weeks. So I can manage for 2 or 3 weeks, and then I'll be back at work.
Yeah.
So I think it's all you can do. You know, you've got to prepare for the worst.
Yeah.
And the worst case scenario for me is that I'm not going to be working for a couple of weeks. So, and the hours here, they're really funny, because you get 2 days off together, but the hours, because it's London, it's something that really sort of I didn't expect. In Newport, the buses run like 7 in the morning till about 11 o'clock at night. Here, you'll get duties starting at 4 in the morning, and you get duties finishing at 1, 2 in the morning. And it's like, oh, so bad. Well, it's not so bad, but it's but yeah, the shift patterns are so different.
We've got Chris Davies in the room. Hello, Chris. How are you?
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
So,
And hi, Stuart Sullivan. Oh my God, Penny, hello.
Actually, yeah,
So
Graham was
Sorry.
asking where you were. So,
Say that again, Alex.
no, I was saying Graham Prestwood was asking where Penny was.
Oh, yeah.
just on.
In the
Yeah.
chat, yeah.
So,
It was
I know
funny actually, because I actually came on before you broadcast, because you gave the link out in the admin chat, and I saw you make a cup of coffee or something, and I had to disappear for a couple of minutes, and then I got a phone call, and then the landlady came up. She said, "Oh, the washing machine's free, so you can get some washing in." So I just got into the car, got a few bits out, and here I am. So if you'd have seen me earlier on, I'd have actually had to leave and then come back. So, so I have missed you doing the seats, I'm afraid. I mean, that was a real serious loss in my life, not seeing you do the seats.
well, I did most of them. I already planned, so I've done the first lot of seats, and I sat and did the other ones last night, just because
Right.
there's no point sitting there watching me build seats. You know, it's
Yeah. Oh, is that what Dave meant about saved us watching you for hours doing seats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've just done one lot of the top deck, and then obviously just about to do issue 70, which is the rear seats, and then I think that's all the seats done then.
Yeah. I say it's thrilling, isn't it?
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I got to admit, I did struggle to try and keep the intro. Was it two episodes I did of just doing the seats, didn't I?
Yeah.
And it was like, I'm repeating everything I said before, but trying to make it sound interesting. And oh yes, this is so, no, it was so boring. But it's like the wheels, wasn't it? It was like the wheels. I hated the wheels, but they had to be done.
Yeah.
So, but they look so much better once you got seats in.
Yeah.
So if you want to carry on,
yeah. Okay. Right. So let's
Okay.
go carry on with issue 70 then.
Okay, so parts check then, Horlicks.
Yeah.
So 70A is the rear seat back panel.
And that's this part here.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. A
Okay.
bit plain, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, and then 70B is the rear seat backrest.
Okay, let me open this little package. More rubbish to go in the bin, thank God.
The fully angled one, that's the one. And 70C is the rear seat cushion. Yeah, that's the one. And 70D is the rear seat base. D, yeah, that's the one. 70E is the left seat frame. 70F is the seat support. Let's see, yeah. 70G is the left seat cushion. Okay. And 70H is the left seat backrest. And JP screws and 14.
Brilliant.
Excellent.
We already used some in the last issue, so I'll just top them up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, step one then. When you're ready.
Oh,
Oh, some sirens.
One's obviously not obeying social distancing then.
Some
right.
sirens. Okay, so step one.
Yeah.
Fit the left seat backrest 70H into the left seat frame 70E. Fix in place with 2 JP screws. I'm pretty sure you know how to do this one.
Yeah. I could do this with my eyes shut now.
Yeah.
So that's one in. Okay.
Okay, sorry about that. Step two then is fit the left seat cushion 70G into the left seat frame 70E and fix in place with 2 JP screws. Oh,
So yeah, our internet's messing about a bit, and they found a fault on the line. So they said they were going to run some tests, and I had to unscrew the master socket off the wall.
yeah.
And plug the internet straight into the main socket behind it. And we've got to leave it for 24 hours while they do line tests and things, so it might dip in and out.
Yeah. For some reason, Chris has just told me that she can't find your channel and can't follow along with the stream. So I don't know what's going on there. I'll get her to bring her pad in and see what's what in a minute.
Okay.
Bit strange because I've got it on my iPad, so that's
I noticed actually that Horlicks' stream didn't come up on my well, it has now. Didn't come up on my notifications.
all right.
So I had to find him by hand.
Yeah. So step 3 then, fit the seat support 70F to the underside of the seat frame 70E, ensuring that the locating peg on the underside of the seat circled in light blue fits into the hole in the seat support, fixed in place with 2 JP screws. I'm pretty sure you know what you're doing with that as well.
There we go.
Excellent. So that's the last rear double seat, apart from the very back seat. So step 4 then, take the rear seat base 70D and the rear seat back panel 70A. Check how they fit together. The view shown here is from below behind, fixed together with 2 JP screws.
Okay, so it looks like it goes on like that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah. A bit of a funny angle they are, but yes, it does. Yes. And then 2 JP screws. We're sailing along. You got it, Chris? I think she's got it. I'm not sure. Right. So step 5, align the holes in the rear seat backrest 70B with those in the rear seat back panel 70A and fix in place with JP screws. Aha. Yeah. Yeah, looks good.
So yeah, it's worth noting there's no locating pin for this. It just, you have to line up the hole through the
other hole, yeah. Okay.
There we go.
Wow. And step 6 then is fit the rear seat cushion 70C into the rear seat base 70D, fixed in place with 2 JP screws. The inset below shows the view from below.
Brilliant. Yeah, and the base does have a locating pin.
Yeah. And the next thing is the finished views. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the screen then. Didn't realise we hadn't finished.
There we go.
Excellent. And then we've got the finished views of one seat and the very back seat. There we go. So that's issue 70 done. Excellent.
That's good.
Lovely.
Excellent job. Okay, so what's in the next issue then? Coming in issue 71.
71, yeah, I'll grab that. There we go. I'm just going to put all these seats to one side at the moment.
Okay. So in issue 71, it says that we fit the seats supplied with the previous issues to the rear floor section of the upper deck. So we better have issue 71, haven't we?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, I'll just give you a minute to sort that out. So, well, the chat's gone mad because Penny's around, so...
Yeah.
Have I made things mental, have I?
No, you're all right. So, where are we? Let me just go through here. So there we are. that's a lot of seats, Max Mods. Stuart Sullivan, oh my God, Penny, hello. Chris Davis, hi Horlicks. Chris Davis, hi Penny. Max Mods, hi Penny. Stuart Sullivan, nice surprise, looking good. That's obviously for you, Penny. Stuart Sullivan, pencil and paper. That was when you had trouble with your voice. Chris Davis, hi Dave and Adrian. Chris Davis, I'm good, thanks, Horlicks. I've missed you loads. And Chris Davis says, I'm good, thanks, Horlicks. I missed you loads. And you okay, Dave and Adrian? Ver Wayne says, hi Penny. Chris Davis says, hi Ver Wayne. Ver Wayne says, hi Chris. Chris Davis says, how are you? Ver Wayne says, not bad, been looking after my mum. Ver Wayne says, hope you're all keeping well. And Chris Davis says, I bet that's been hard with everything that's going on. And Chris Davis says, Horlicks, I have a top up too. Oh, Fair Wayne, not bad. You can't get too close. And Chris Davis says, yeah, I know the feeling. Hope your mum is doing fine. Chris Davis, same, mine didn't either. Chris Davis, I'll be dreaming of them JP screws later on. No doubt you will, Chris Davis. Fair Wayne says, thanks, Chris. She is well. Chris Davis says, good to hear, Fair Wayne. So, you ready for a parts check, Horlicks?
Yeah, let's go.
Fitting the rear seats to the upper deck. In this issue, we supply the rear section of the upper deck. Seats assembled in previous issues are fitted to the deck. So, key to the parts supplied are 71A, the upper deck rear. And there it is. Yeah. And JP screws and 14.
Lots of JPs.
Yeah.
There we go.
Excellent. So, step one then. Take the rear seat assembly from the previous issue and the rear section of the upper deck 71A supplied with this issue. Check the orientation of the floor and the fit of the rear seat base 70D to the upper deck 71A, fix in place with 2 JP screws.
Okay, so it looks like it's that way, and then it looks like this will go onto there like so.
Yeah. So fix in place with 2 JP screws. Graham Prestwood says, welcome back, Penny. And
You're very welcome. I'm happy to be back.
Steve Graham says, great to see Penny back. And Chris Davis says, Horlicks, mine's a pound. And hi to Steve. Is that a pound of whiskey, Chris Davis?
Right.
Okay, so step. Sorry, I'm firing ahead of you.
Yeah.
Excellent. Wow. Step 2 then, Horlicks, and this is where it's going to get a little bit more complicated. So take the rear left seat assembled in the previous issue and the assembled left seat frame 68A. Identify the fixing points on the upper deck 71A. Fix each seat support in place with 2 JP screws so that the screws fit into the socket in the base of the seat support, 70F and 68E.
Okay.
So, to make it easy for you, Alex, to save routing through a load of seats, the leather bit of the seat goes on the inside where you would walk, the gangway.
Okay, yeah.
So the leather bit of the seat goes on the gangway middle.
So I've got one, which we obviously did in the previous issue. Now I need to search through my bag of seats to find
Another, yeah.
another one without a knobbly bit.
Yeah,
No,
two without
bits.
the knobbly bits. Sounds like we're ordering something in a cafe, doesn't it? Two without the knobbly bits, please.
Right. Okay. So this I remember being quite tricky.
Yeah, because you're having to spread your hand right the way across to hold the seat in place, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'd like to say it gets easier, but the truth is I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think the more you do it, the more it gets easier, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think it's a little bit tricky doing the other side. And I remember doing something about putting the screwdriver through the windows.
On the sides, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one in. And then the other one just in front. I'm just going to loosen them off a bit because I remember now it was a little bit skew-F, but if you hold it.
It's like a little peg hole that it drops into, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah, I remember that. It's all coming back. Just like building a bus, you all come back to you.
Yeah.
Oh, drop it. Okay. That's one screw. Yeah, it'd definitely be nice to get these seats done. And so I'm just going to hold that. Okay.
Okay. Excellent. So step 3 then, Horlicks.
Yep.
Take the next assembled left seat frame, 68B, position it in the front of the rear of the upper deck section, 71A, and identify the fixing points, fixed in place with 2 JP screws, locating them in sockets in the base of the seat support, 68E. Note that the seat frame 68B has a bracket or a knobbly bit and for an upright pole. Yes. So according to Chris Davis in the chat, I'm mad.
We already knew that, Dave.
We already knew that, yeah. Okay, and step 4 then is take the rear right hand seat frame 65B, Identify the fixing points on the rear section of the upper deck, 71A. Fix in place with 2 JP screws, locating them in the base of the seat support, 65E. Note that the seat frame 65B has a knobbly bit bracket on the upright pole. Yes. Excellent. Chris Davis says it's all coming back to him now.
Okay.
Okay. Step 5 then, Horlicks. Take the next right-hand seat frame, 65A. Check the position where it fits at the front of the rear upper deck section, 71A. Fix in place with 2 JP screws into the base of the seat support, 65E.
I'm just going to screw through from the top because the little bit of blockage through the hole.
Ah.
There we go.
Okay.
One more screw.
You're so well organised, Horlicks. You're doing really well.
There we go.
And there we go. That's the finished views. Well done. Excellent. So, on the finished views, we have the rear seat, 3 left-hand seats. The 2 right-hand seats are fitted to the rear section of the upper deck. Note which seats should have brackets for upright poles circled in blue, which you've got correctly, so jolly good.
Fantastic.
Well, what about, shall we do issue 72?
Yeah, we're on a roll. Let's carry on.
Wow.
Rolling.
Roll hide.
Yeah, so if anyone wasn't sure if you were nuts before, me, they know now.
They do know now, yes. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't help to be mad, but...
No, you don't have to be mad to work here, but
to work here.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's
what I was looking for.
Yeah.
So in magazine 72 of both the Classic Routemaster, we have central seating of the upper deck. The central seating section of the upper deck is supplied. 6 of the seats that were assembled earlier are fitted to the upper deck, and the central and rear deck sections are joined together. I'm getting a bit tongue-tied. So the key to the parts then, Horlicks, if you're ready.
Yep.
So key to the parts supplied are 72A, the central section of the upper deck. And JP screws turns 21. That's even more screws.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4 years, about 21 there. Right.
Speed
Okay.
counting as well. We used to have to learn speed reading at school, but I don't know about speed counting. Okay, so when you're ready, Horlicks.
Yep.
Okay, so step 1 then is fit the left-hand side seat 69A in place at the front left of the central section of the upper deck 72A. Fix in place using 2 JP screws through the floor and into the legs of the seat support 69A. Repeat to fit the seat 68A at the rear of the left of the floor section. In effect, you've got 2 seats to fit in, both without knobbly bits.
Okay, so I've got
One at the front and 1 at the rear.
No, that's not right. Or is it? No, that's
No.
not. That one.
That one's right, yeah, because the leather bit goes to the centre.
And 2.
Yeah, both without knobbly bits.
Yeah, no knobbly bits on them.
Jolly good.
So 1 towards the front.
So Chris Davis says he was thinking of a song. Hazard to think which sort of song it was. Stuart Sullivan says, wow, racing through these seats. Yes, we're racing through these seats, Stuart Sullivan. And Chris Davis says, top dollar Horlicks. And Stuart Sullivan says, sterling, pound, job Horlicks. Matt Mod says, you'll be caught up in no time at all. And Chris Davis says, agreed, Mark. Chris Davis says, Horlicks, you will be having dreams about these screws tonight.
Yeah.
Chris Davis says, you'll be speed dialing next.
Yeah. All right. There we go.
Wow. Step 1 complete then. Step 2. Take the assembled left seat 68B. Note, this seat has a fixing point for the upright pole or a pokey out bit. Circled in red. Fit on the left-hand side of the floor, 72A, between the previous 2 seats, fix in place with 2 JP screws through the floor and into the seat support 68E.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just a bit awkward trying to hold the.
Yeah, because it's a bit of an awkward piece to hold, isn't it?
Okay.
Lovely job. Right. So section 3 then. Step 3. Take the right hand seat 65A. This seat should be fitted to the two central holes on the right-hand side of the floor section 72A, fixed in place with 2 JP screws through the floor and into the legs of the seat support 65E. And this is without a knobbly bit. Yeah. And I bet you can guess what's coming next.
Oh, I'm not sure. No, I am. Yeah, it'll be 2 more seats with knobbly bits, I suspect.
Aha.
They are.
Yeah. So step 4 then is the last 2 seats to be fitted in place are the right-hand seats with fixing points for the upright poles circled in red. Fit the seat 66B at the rear of the floor section, seat 65B at the front, using 2 JP screws for each seat. 2 seats with 2 knobbly bits. Oh, the heat started coming through this radiator at last. I'm absolutely frozen.
I'm actually sitting next to a radiator. It's really hot.
I've got no heating on at all. It's absolutely glorious down this way.
Right, guys, I'm going to be a little bit rude. I'm just going to disappear for a bit and make myself a coffee.
Okay, Penny, thanks ever so much.
So I'll
back
see you. Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying I won't be on screen. If you pull me up on screen, you'll just see like my wardrobe.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Logo.
Okay, so Horlicks, the 6 seats have been fitted to the central section of the upper deck. Before proceeding, double check that you have the seats with the fixing points for the upright poles in the correct position. The fixing points have been circled in red. Aha, yes. Looks right to me. Very good. So, step 5 then, Horlicks.
Yeah.
Take the rear floor section 71A and position the tabs at the front so that they align with the raised screw holes at the front of the floor section 72A. The raised screw holes on part 72A fit into the recesses on the tabs on part 71A. Fix each tab in place with 2 JP screws. Okay, so 2 JP screws in each of the tabs, which will fix the floor together.
Okay,
and I'm just going to quickly check on my fire while I've got 2 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to start this off. I know you can't really see much at the moment. I'm just balancing this up on its sides so I can get three of the screws in.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I'm back now, so Chris Davis says, awesome Horlicks. And Max Mod says, it's a shame a lot of the detail will not be seen on the bus. I would have thought you would have had a part of the roof so you could remove to gain access to the upper deck, obviously, of the roof.
Yeah.
It is a shame that a lot of the detail is hidden in a way. No doubt somebody could come up with a modification though. Wow. So all 6 are in then, Horlicks?
Yeah.
So that should be the finished view of issue 72. Wow.
I don't actually have a finished view.
You don't have a
I don't
finished
think
view?
we get one on this one.
All right. Yeah.
Did we get one in the magazine? I don't think. Have you got
Yeah,
the
you
magazine in front of you?
Yeah, you do get one in the magazine. Well, you've got one in my magazine, but
Right. Here we go.
yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the finished view of 72. You fancy doing 73, Horlicks?
Yeah.
Okay, so coming in 73 then, seats are fitted to the front section of the upper deck and the deck is completed. Wow.
Brilliant. Right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got now issue 73 of Build the Classic Routemaster. And the front seating of the upper deck, the front section of the upper deck is supplied. 6 of the seats that were assembled earlier are fitted to the front section of the upper deck, which is then connected to the rest of the upper deck. Wow.
Okay, just going to pop these open. Okay.
Okay, so go through a parts check then, Horlicks.
Yep.
So, key to the parts supplied are 73A, the front section of the upper deck. Okay, so what's the very front of the bus then, Horlicks? Can you tell from that? Yeah, yeah. And that's because it's shaped inwards a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then we've got JP screws times 19.
Okay. Yeah, I reckon there's about 19 in there.
Yeah, that's that speed counting again coming in, isn't it?
Okay.
Okay, so step 1 then. Fix the left-hand seat 69A in place in the middle of the front section of the upper deck 73A. Fix in place using 2 JP screws through the floor and into the legs of the seat support 69E. In the center, that side, yes, that's correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll be doing this in your sleep.
Yeah.
All these seats. Not much longer though, they're soon over with.
Okay, so that is the seat in place.
Okay, so step 2 is take 2 assembled left seats, 69B. Note, these seats have fixing points for the upright poles, circled in red. Fit to the left-hand side of the seat floor 73A. Position one at the front of the floor section and the other at the back. Fix in place with 2 JP screws through the floor and into the seat support 69E.
Okay,
So each one of them lovely bit. Okay, wow. Okay, so step 3 then. Take the right-hand side seat 66B, which has a fixed point for an upright pole or an oblong bit. Circled in red, this seat should be fitted to the 2 central holes on the right-hand side of the floor section 73A. Fix in place with 2 JP screws through the floor and into the legs of the seat support 66E.
okay.
And step 4, for the very last time, the last 2 seats to be fitted in place, hooray, are the right-hand seat 66A. Fit 1 seat at the front of the floor section and 1 seat at the back. Fix in place using 2 JP screws for each seat.
And this is the last screw for the last seat.
Wow. Thank goodness for that.
Ta-da!
Ta-da, the last seat. Okay. So seats have been fitted to the front section of the upper deck. Before proceeding, double check that you have the seats with the fixing points for the upright poles in the correct position. The fixing points have been circled in light blue. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, you have them in their correct position. Yes. So, step 5 then, Horlicks.
Yes.
Step 5. Ta-da! Take the central and rear section, floor sections 72A and 71A, which were assembled in the previous issue. Position the tabs on the front of 72A so that they are aligned with the raised screw holes at the rear of the floor section 73A. The raised screw holes on part of 73A fit into the recesses on the tabs on part 72A. Fit each tab in place with 2 JP screws.
Okay.
Okay. Chris Davis says, Horlicks, now your bus will look more of a double-decker.
Yeah.
And he says, thanks, Doc, whatever that means. And he says, taking shape now, Horlicks.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I've missed this build actually. Now I'm back into it. It's nice to just have a bit of a stint on it. Wow.
Wow. So, and I think that's ended this section, and it should be now the finished views. Wow, there's the views.
I don't think the camera's going to go up high enough to get it all in the picture.
Not quite, no. Oh, it does, yeah, it does. Wow. That's massive.
So yeah, a
That's
few of
brilliant.
these things are slightly off kilter, but that'll obviously adjust when we fit this to the walls. Because there's a little bit of movement in them, like
Yeah,
it flex slightly. But yeah, really good.
that's fabulous. That really is fabulous. Okay, so that's issue 73 completed.
Done.
Well, Horlicks, do you fancy doing 74?
Yeah, what we got on 74?
Right. Well, I can tell you coming in 74 is the framework for the lower deck ceiling is fitted to the underside of the top deck.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea because it'll give us a bit of strength then, won't it?
Yeah.
Okay. $74.
7 and 4, 74. Okay, so here we go then, guys. This is the lower deck ceiling framework. In this issue, we fit a framework to the underside of the upper deck so that the ceiling of the upper deck can be fixed to it.
So, yeah, this is a nice big package. Okay.
So, key to the parts supplied. And this is where we need a warehouse to put the bits, isn't it?
Yeah. Struggling to get it out of the plastic at the minute. It's very well packaged. There you go.
Ta-da! So, key to the parts supplied, 74A, the ceiling framework. And is that plastic or?
No, this is metal.
Metal. Wow. So, and then JP screws times 6.
Yes, we've got them.
Okay. I wonder how this is going to go together.
Yeah, I'm just, I think I can guess where it's going, but the next quandary is how to get it on there. Because this obviously flexes quite a lot.
Yeah. So, step 1 then, Horlicks, is carefully turn the assembled upper deck floor upside down and make sure it is well supported so that the seats do not get damaged. Position the lower deck ceiling framework, 74A, on the underside of the rear section of the floor, 71A. the 5 corner sockets of the framework circled in red should align with the 5 raised screw sockets on the underside of the floor circled in blue. Fix in place with 5 JP screws.
Okay, so I think the best thing for me to do is leave it on its side.
Okay. This is where I have some foam blocks, and I'm able to position my foam blocks when I turn it upside down underneath, so that I can work on it without breaking any small parts.
Right, yeah. Okay, that's gone on quite nicely.
Yeah. There only is one step to this issue.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5.
Yeah.
That's correct.
One. I'll do the opposite corner. 2.
Have you got a roof section to your bus, Horlicks?
A roof section.
Yeah, bottom deck roof section.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, this is getting really heavy now.
Yeah.
I actually put my lower deck roof on the lower deck base and just gently rest that on top of it.
Okay. Yeah. Oh. Last screw going in now. There we go.
Okay. So does that bring us on to the finished views then, Horlicks? I think it does.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does. That was a very quick issue.
Very quick. Wow. That's it. That's the finished views. So that's section. That's issue 74. And issue 75, the next issue, is probably one of your favourites, Horlicks. Its electrical connections are made so that you can test the lower deck ceiling lights, headlights, and sound effects.
Okay. Is that one quite involved?
Uh,
I suppose it is. There's a lot of wire routing to be done.
Wrong one. I had to go for a different pal to get this one, I think it was. So yeah, yeah, it's quite involved, yeah.
Okay, so in that respect, then I think it's good to call this a day now.
Okay.
And we can start fresh with that on the next stream, I think.
Yeah. Well, you've done.
So we've done 6 issues, haven't we? So
6 issues, yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
we're happy with the result. So I think we can. I'll save the all this the wiring and stuff for the next stream. I think that's it to stop.
Okay. So I think you've done marvelous.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, really happy with that.
And I think what most of us have been doing is when we've got to that stage with the lower deck roof, we've been putting the roof on and temporarily putting a couple of screws in the roof each side just to hold the roof on, and then sitting the upper deck seat on top of the roof just so it's in a safe place.
That makes sense.
That's all we've been doing. So
no, that's brilliant. Yeah, so I've gone from having a load of issues to a little pile of magazines that have now been done.
Wow.
And a mess on the floor.
Yeah. So what issues have you got up to then, Horlicks? All in?
So I've got 7.
I think he said issue 90 yesterday.
I think it was 90, 88, 89. Yeah, I've got up to 90.
Right.
Wow.
So
Okay.
still quite a few more to go. Bear in mind, 2 of them look like little figures.
Oh, figures, yeah.
Oh,
Did you
this
say you're
one-
up to 90, Horlicks?
yeah, I've got 90 and up in this box.
You're only 4 behind my build then.
4.
Yeah. Last stream I did was issue 94.
Oh, I must admit though, I'm also this issue 80 is making me quite apprehensive
Yeah.
because I saw
Yes.
it was there a problem with the gears not working properly or something?
Yeah, meshing,
Is
weren't
that
they?
the front blinds?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. No, didn't you say? Did I catch you saying something about you got to lift a flap up and that's how you change the blinds?
Yeah, at the very front of the bus. I
Yeah.
don't know, man, but at the very front of the bus, underneath the destination, there's like a big gap, isn't there? Well, in a later issue, we get a little flap that we lift up. It's like a grill, and we lift that up, and you put your thumb in there, and then twizzle the destination from the very front of the bus.
I think that would make it easier then, because I always thought you'd have to change the destination from inside the driver's cab.
No, it's
So I
far
think-
too difficult to
Yeah.
get to.
But I mean, I know Dave Milne said something about putting a washer on. Is it Dave
Yeah.
Milne?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, well that'll be all fun and games when we get to that then.
Yeah. Well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there? And do the issue.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So yeah,
so what's your next one then? 75, was it?
yeah, that's one.
Yeah.
That will be my next one. Brilliant. Yeah, really, really, really impressed with that.
Excellent.
Yeah, starting
Well,
to get.
well done, Horlicks then.
Sorry.
I say, well done, Horlicks then.
Yeah.
Much, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's about it then for me, I think.
Yeah.
What comments we got? Oh, yeah. Wouldn't it have been. Oh, Mark's mod said, wouldn't it have been easy to do this part before the seat so you don't break them? Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it, with part works? Because there's a lot of like part works that we've done, and we're scratching our heads thinking, well, why haven't we done that a bit first before, before?
Yeah.
doing that before? But
Yeah, some of them just don't make sense, do they? The way they plan them sometimes. And the instructions, sometimes the instructions go right round the houses to get
Yeah.
to
where you want to be,
where you want to be.
See, sometimes they don't make sense on the day, but then when you do 2 or 3 issues down the line, you're like, yeah, we're glad we've done it that way.
Yeah.
Because obviously you don't know the way. Obviously, whoever's planned this knows all the way to the end, whereas we don't.
Yes.
Sometimes it doesn't make sense, and sometimes it's like, yeah, okay, it makes sense in the end.
Yeah, we've come across a lot of issues that's like that, really, haven't we?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's
Yes.
a lot of, that's a lot
So,
of stuff that
I know I know probably people have already asked this, but how are you for work, Horlicks? Are you working?
No,
You're on lockdown, are you?
the company's
See,
still open, but I'm
right.
on the furlough thing.
Okay. I think
So
it's quite interesting. A lot of people that aren't working are like, oh, I wish I could go back to work. And a lot of people that are working are like, I wish I could be on lockdown.
yeah, I do. Yeah, I want to be back at work. It's just driving me
Yeah.
mad. It wouldn't be so bad, but you can't, obviously, because we can't do anything. We're just stuck in the house, really. And I'm finding myself going to the supermarket once a day just to get the daily food, just for something to
Yeah.
do.
So
Yeah.
are you enjoying 4 hours in the queue then?
No, it's not that bad here.
Okay. I've got to admit, I've been a bit cruel. The other day, we've got a timing point because obviously we're running a little bit early now because there's less traffic and less people. So every few stops, we're having to wait a couple of minutes. And there's this one stop right outside this big Asda, and it just absolutely chucked it down with hailstones. And I just sort of stopped and watched all the people in the hail queuing for the supermarket. And they're all standing there with their trolleys. And I got I know it's a bit mean of me to enjoy that, but apparently some stores are letting if you go at the right time, they're letting key workers go right to the front. So
Yeah.
not just NHS workers, but bus drivers as well.
Yeah.
So, and any other key workers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think people are starting to find a system now, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'm finding if you go about 7 o'clock at night, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, we went shopping the other day, and it was about I don't know, 11 o'clock time, something like that.
Yeah.
And we ended up standing outside in a queue for an hour.
Yeah.
And but they were letting so many people into the supermarket at a time, maybe 10 people at a time.
Yeah.
And it soon seemed to go down the queue, because she was moving along like every few minutes or so.
Yeah.
Some people only wanted a few items, and obviously there was in and out within a few minutes.
Yeah.
And some people wanted a load, So
Has it changed your shopping habits much?
not really. We usually used to shop for about 2 weeks.
Right.
It depends. I mean, yeah, it's changed my mother's shopping habits because she shopped every week.
Right.
And now we've had to shop for her for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So to make things a bit easier rather than just go every week, because obviously we're going to be safer visiting the shops every 3 weeks rather than every week.
Yeah.
So
I'm actually having to start shopping.
yes.
Because normally what I do is I normally live off takeaway, not bad takeaways, but like I'll have a Subway or a Greggs or the occasional KFC. Because obviously being in temporary accommodation for work, it's a lot easier for me to buy food than it is to actually cook it. And
Yeah.
obviously now all the takeaways are shut. I'm now having to go to the shop and cook stuff, and yeah, I'm having to eat like meat and vegetables and actually cook it up, and
Yeah.
But I'm actually Horlicks got a grin on his face. Look, I'm actually having to eat proper food. Through no choice. What's that, Horlicks?
Yeah, I was to say it's the same. Like when we were on this lockdown and everything, to start with, everyone was panic buying, and I was going to the shops. There was literally nothing on the shelves, and
Yeah.
oh well, I've got McDonald's still delivering. That's my lifeline, and then they stopped that and all.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
But some of our takeaways are still delivering. We can still get like Domino's,
Yes.
and stuff like that. Some Chinese restaurants.
This is the thing. I mean, there's a Chinese round the corner. I can order a Chinese, and that'll do me a couple of days. So I can, like have something to eat in the evening, and then. But I mean, I've just brought back. I've emptied my freezer at the Newport address, and I had a bit of a bargain find. Ages ago, I bought a load of meat off a meat van, and he chucked in about 5 kilograms worth of chicken legs. So what I'd done is I'd bagged them up in twos,
Yeah.
and I just entire bottom shelf was full up with chicken legs. So I'm like, yeah, I'm taking those back with me. And there's a bag of sausages in there that previous tenants left behind. A couple of bags of veggies. We have got a greengrocer, like an open air market thing. He's got a few vegetables. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut a little corner, and I think I'm just going to buy potatoes and veg, and I'm just going to cook up like a big old load of bubble and squeak, and then put like sausages or whatever in a packed lunchbox, and then just pile a load of bubble and squeak in, and then I'll probably be all right for a couple of weeks now.
Yeah.
And, maybe buy myself a bottle of ketchup or something, and then just stick it in the microwave. Because the Works canteen is shut as well.
Ah,
And that was brilliant. I was eating so well there. I could go in, I could get a full cooked breakfast. What do? They do like chicken, gammon and chips, gammon and veg. They did quite a nice little roast as well.
yeah.
Really, really well out of that canteen for about £6 a meal, which I didn't think was unreasonable.
Yeah.
Obviously it's London rates, but yeah, it's it certainly hit me a little bit. It's just I've got to rethink how I do things. We have got a little services just as I come off the A2, A20, whatever it is now that goes down towards Dartford Tunnel, and it's got a little spa and a subway. I think the subway's shut now, but the spa, it's got like it's got a few, it's got half-filled shelves, and you can just pick up whatever. So pork chop or something.
Yeah.
So but their veggie selection tends to be really, really bad unless you. What I thought was funny actually, when panic buying was going on, their freezer where they keep the vegetables was absolutely empty except for one vegetable. Care to have a guess?
Sprouts.
Sprouts. Yeah. The
I
one
love it.
vegetable they couldn't shift, even in a panic buy situation, they still couldn't shift sprouts.
Oh, I do like sprout with butter on.
Oh, no, can't stand them.
Well, sprouts that we used to grow and send all over the place, there had to be Class 1 sprouts that went to London.
Right.
And the Class 1 sprouts are the best, without a shadow of a doubt. And obviously, they pay a premium for them.
Yeah.
Sprouts, but they are the best.
What's the difference between a Class 1 and a Class 2 or 3 or whatever sprout?
The more tightly packed,
Right.
and smaller are a Class 1.
Does that make them a bit sweeter then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once they start growing bigger, they
Right.
get more sourer.
I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but have you ever had sprout tops?
Sprout tops. Yeah, you did mention it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't had sprout tops. No.
Oh, I can't find them anywhere. I've only ever found them in Norfolk. Maybe it's a weird Norfolk delicacy, but
the sprout. Once you cut the plant, I mean, we used to do it by hand, and then it was passed to a man in a machine, and we used to grab the top of the sprout plant, so the top of the sprout top, and then get a machete and chop the sprout off at the bottom, and then pass it across to somebody who was sitting on a machine. And of course, you're walking all the time.
That was the handle then, was it? Effectively.
Effectively, it was the handle of the of the sprout. Yeah, the sprout top. You held onto that. You chopped it with the machete, and then you threw it across to the guy who actually put it in the machine, and the machine took the sprout stalk.
Yeah, and it just goes
and it threaded all the sprouts off, and then the sprout top, of course, went through the machine, and it just got chopped up. It wasn't, it wasn't huge.
Maybe that's why you don't get them then. So maybe where I was going, perhaps they were doing it by hand or something, so they were actually left with it.
Yeah.
Or maybe they were chopping it off just before they put it through the machine.
Maybe so. Yeah, maybe so. But
Right.
yeah, I used to do that. 6 o'clock in the morning, we used to start sprouts. A frosty morning was the best. If you got your
Yeah,
sprouts,
because they say sprouts are better if they get a bit of frost to them. Because I know the allotment growers, they all go mad for the frost, don't they? It's a few
Yeah.
vegetables just benefits from the just at the right time, not too early and not too late though.
Yeah, we used to pick them, grade them, and pack them and send them off all in the same day.
Yeah,
So I used to do a 14-hour day every day because I started at 6 in the morning and I ended up sometimes 10:30 on the night time. At the sprout factory. We called it a sprout factory.
right.
And, so I used to do all the jobs: tractor driving and grading, chopping, everything, packing. I used to do it all. So it was hard work, and the grade 1 sprouts were our premium sprouts.
Yeah,
They was all sent to London.
yeah.
So
So
they
you don't
actually
get this on the craft fit streams, do you?
pardon?
You don't get this on other crafting streams, do you?
I don't know. No.
Straight with Dave.
Sprouts farming. We need to
Dave.
get. We're talking about sprouts and farming. We need to get this little tractor sorted out.
I know we do. I need to get some printing done as well. So,
I've still got some in the printer. I've not touched it since.
wow. I might have to send some printers to you, Horlicks, and get you to do everything for me.
Where's it? Oh, of course, yours is all probably packed up, isn't it?
No, it's just sitting there at Newport. I mean, it's got half inch of dust on the build plates now.
Oh.
Well, I've not been on properly for, end of Jan, 2 months at least.
Few months, yeah.
Yeah. It's funny, I miss so much, but at the same time, I'm actually I'm enjoying earning the money, actually.
Yeah.
I'm actually enjoying not being able to go, yeah, I can't afford that. But yeah, it's didn't quite turn out as I wanted it to, but you can't have your cake and eat it, can you?
No.
But I think in the long term, I've made the best choice here because of what's happened with. I mean, I had absolutely no idea what was going to happen, but I didn't know that Newport were going to get. I think they got about 40 pence pay rise, but they lost their overtime premium.
Oh.
Now, since I used to do about 60, 70 hours a week, that's 30. That's about £1.50 an hour I'm losing on 30 hours. So, but gaining 50p on 40 hours.
Yeah.
So, might have been a lot worse in the long run. And obviously, I wouldn't. Well, it might still have. Well, actually, I might be all right because the agency have said to me, well, they've already warned us that we could lose our jobs at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
We might actually be reducing down to Sunday service. But there's so many drivers short in the first place, and they've lost all their lone drivers because they've all gone back to their regular depots because they're short.
Oh.
So although they're technically not short-staffed anymore because of the number of routes they're running, they are short-staffed because of all the drivers that are off. They've either got the virus or they're self-shielding. So, and there's some older drivers who are off just because they're high risk, and you've got some people with health problems.
Yeah.
But the agency has said that they've got delivery work, lots of delivery work.
Oh.
So the pay won't be as good, but it's work, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
they've actually shut garages up this way, shut depots.
Yeah.
So there's
bus
2
depots.
bus depots. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Newport have gone from, I forget how many duties they had, about over 100 duties Monday to Friday. They've now gone over to Sunday service, plus some other services are running. But like some of the services are running like every 3 hours.
Yeah.
There's only about 10, 15 duties on a Sunday in the first place.
Yeah.
So I think there's a few drivers will be working every week, but every day, but there's not, because a lot of drivers are off.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Same out this way. They're in fact they've shut our local garage, our local-ish garage, and they've reduced everything down to a Sunday service only.
yeah,
So and there's hardly any trains.
yeah.
So
Well, they had quite a lot of agency drivers at Newport, and they're obviously now out of work.
yeah.
But there's a couple who's got some work. There might be one of them joining me at this B&B
Yeah.
because he's got some work in Central. I don't like that light on; it makes it worse. Sorry. Yeah, so one might be joining me at B&B. So yeah.
Right, well, on that note,
Yeah.
I'm going to end the stream live.
Okay.
So, yeah, thank you all for joining me and helping me out. I'm not sure when the next stream will be, but I'll work that out and I'll stick a notification up.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully
yeah,
it'll be soon.
so I'll leave you, everyone, say goodbye. So first we've got Adrian.
Thank you everyone for watching. And thank you, Horlicks, for letting me join in.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing the screenshots as well. Really helpful.
That's okay. Thank you everyone for watching. Who's next?
We've got Dave.
Thanks for watching Horlicks build his Classic Routemaster. Join us again sometime soon, very soon we hope, and give Horlicks a nice good thumbs up when you leave, because obviously it deserves it, and we'll see you again sometime very soon. Goodbye now.
Oh, thank you. We've got our surprise guest, Penny.
Hello. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for supporting Horlicks. It's really nice to see him up and running again. And it's nice to see some of the faces up on, or faces, some of the names come up on the chat. So take care, guys. I really don't know when I'm going to be around next, but I will try and pop into who's ever streams wherever I can.
Lovely, thank you. Okay, so yeah, that's it for me. Until next time, which should be very, very soon. Take care and stay safe.
Bye.
Bye now.
Bye.
And